Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do kind of just an everyday mommy makeup routine, including the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I recently picked it up at TJ Maxx for I believe only $25, so I thought might as well not throw it in here with this video. So first off, I'm taking the Mario Badescu's facial spray. I love this spray. It makes me feel super hydrated, and I'm just making sure my face is completely dry before I use my foundation, which is the Becca, maybe it's the Aqua Luminous foundation, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I did also pick this up at TJ Maxx. My camera does not want to focus. I'm so sorry about that. It's a little dark for my skin tone, and I believe it's in the shade Light. But when I do self tan, it comes out to be a really nice shade. The only problem that I do have with this foundation, besides the really super dark tones of it, is that it's a little hard to blend out, especially with a brush. As you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble. It kind of want to pull and tug on my skin when I'm trying to blend it out. So I do recommend going in with a beauty blender, but if you're in a time crunch like I am, sometimes you use a brush. But when I blend out my concealer, I do go over it. Next, I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light. I really love this concealer. It is definitely a 24/7, every day, 7 days a week concealer for me. It hides those dark circles under and on top of my eyelids really well. I do blend it on my eyes. It really does cover up anything you have, any imperfections you have. I've used this concealer for a few months now. This is, I believe, my second or my third bottle that I went through. It's not too expensive either, and it really does last for a long time. A little goes a long way. I kind of put a lot on my face, so I try not to. Usually I'll just put little dots underneath my eyes, and it really does blend out completely everything, and it goes absolutely perfect with the powder I'm going to show you next. It is the NARS loose powder. I like the two together a lot. Alright, now I'm going to take my Neutrogena bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. You can get this at places like Walmart, Target, CVS. I think I got mine at CVS, and guys, I got mine a long time ago. Not that it's expired or anything, but it does last a super long time. I honestly could use a new bronzer. It is just beat to death. It's so worn down, but it does give you a great sun-kissed look. It really does just brighten up your face and everything, especially if you're kind of tired and exhausted. I go on with my cheeks, my temple, and my nose, and it looks really nice. And then next I'm going to take my Morphe 3 Blush Pan palette. I don't know if that's what it's called. I wrote it down because it has 3 pans, and I like to use the outer ones mainly for fall, but I could totally see using the middle one for the transition from summer to fall. It's super sparkly, and the outsides are really taupe and opaque. I really love them so much. They are so pigmented and they blend out perfectly. I just go in with my stippling brush to blend it in with my bronzer just a little bit well for that extra. Not too much. Super easy. And then next I'm gonna go in with my Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the one that I just got at TJ Maxx. I got this for $25, which is a huge steal, but I don't know about it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and test it out. I've heard mixed reviews on it, but I really don't wear eyeshadow a lot during the spring and summer, mainly only the fall and winter, so it is kind of like a fun play time for me to test out new eyeshadows, and I thought, you know, why not? I've heard such mixed reviews about it, and I actually love the shade range in this palette. I think it's really different and really fun, and especially this year, I've seen a lot more blues and greens incorporated in some fall looks already. So I thought, you know what, might as well pick it up and test it out. I couldn't test it out, obviously, in TJ Maxx because I'm not going to open the package, but I did go ahead and try it at home, and so far so good. I just went in with kind of a orangey shade at first. I just go ahead and blend that all over my eyelid and in the crease. I'm not too precise about it unless I'm going somewhere very elegant or fancy, but I just wanted to throw in some colors just to see how it blended, and in my opinion this first shade blended out really well. I really did enjoy it using this palette. And then I'm just taking a big fluffy brush from Morphe. I really like their brushes. I specifically haven't had a problem with any of my Morphe brushes. They blend out super well, and they're super big and fluffy, and they're really easy to work with as well. And then next I'm going to go in with more of this brownish shade, and I'm going to try to stick this more in the end, not the inner corners, but the outer corners of my eyelid, and kind of bring it into the middle just to give it a little more definition. I usually do this with a lot of my palettes. I'll take just the darker shade in the outer corner and blend it into the middle just a little bit, just to give it some definition. And I honestly could have just done these two shades if I'm in a hurry and wanted just a super simple makeup look, and I would just like maybe throw a super light shade or a shimmer shade in the inner corner. But I thought this looked really cool, and I'm so sorry I totally cut you off trying to look in the smaller mirror in the makeup palette. I am looking, when I do look straight forward, I am looking into a bigger mirror, but when it came to this eyeshadow look, I really wanted to see how the colors blended and everything, so I was looking down into the mirror in the makeup palette just a little bit more than I would. And I'm just taking a smaller brush. I think this is a Sigma brush. I got it in an Ipsy bag a long time ago, so I'm not really sure. But I'm just going to switch back to that fluffy brush just to make sure that I blend everything out and everything is super smooth. And so far so good. I really like this palette. And then next I'm going to be super daring and go in with this blue shade. But then I decided to change my mind and I went into the green instead. I thought the green would be just a little more of what I was looking for with this look, and I think it would be a lot easier to really test just the basics of this palette if I didn't go full force into some crazy shades. I actually am really excited to use that blue though, and as you can see, it's not blending so well at first, but when I really started to get in there and blend it out, and I think I changed brushes right here, I'm not entirely sure. I think I changed to a bigger, fluffier brush. Let's see. Oh yes, I did. But as you can see, it took me quite a long time to blend this out, but in this particular scenario, I did have some extra time on my hands, so I think I'm gonna mainly stick to using this palette when I strictly have some extra time, at least for the super dark shades. The first two shades that I did use, they blended out so easily. I think this one you just really need to work with, and you'll get it blended out in just a matter of minutes. And then next up, I'm going to take this shimmer shade. It's more of like a rustic gold, more like an orangey gold more than a yellow gold. And I'm just going to kind of cover from my inner corner to a little bit past the middle part of my eyelid. And I like this shimmer shade. It was really cute and really beautiful. I think it was super simplistic as well. It wasn't too completely over the top for me. And in my opinion, it really did go well with the first two colors that I went with. I have to say, it didn't really match the green that I had put in. I have to play around with the green and the blue. They're a little crazy for me. So I have to definitely try them again another day. But as you can see, I'm just kind of going in and overlaying it on top of the other shadow that I have on. And then I will go in with a separate brush after I finish using this paddle brush. This paddle brush is definitely great for laying down your shimmer or glitters. It is a synthetic hair, I believe. It's not like the regular black or white hair that you have on your brushes, and I definitely like it. It picks up a lot. And then I'm just gonna sweep underneath my eyes, just a tad bit of fallout, but it wasn't anything super extravagant, so I really didn't mind that at all. Again, I'm just going in and seeing how I did. And then I'll go back in and blend right here, and I'll blend in, I think it's the brown shade. I'll go back in and blend that in with the shimmer shade. And next I'm going to go ahead and take my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I had also recently picked this up at Ulta. I've been using it for about a month now, and I really do like it. It gives me a lot of length and a lot of volume. The bristles are super small and fine, which I think helps me get that super length that I've been wanting. I did used to wear false lashes 24/7, and then after I had the baby, I said absolutely not. I cannot be wearing those every single day, so I do strictly keep those for special occasions or if I really feel like taking the time to put them on. But I feel like this gives me a lot of definition in my lashes as well, and it's super easy to put on, and it's super easy to take off too. I have had some drugstore mascaras that I feel like I have to scrub on my eyes to take them off, and this one I can easily go over with a makeup wipe or an oil that I use. I like to use the Clinique oil, and it does take it completely off. Alright y'all, so now I'm going to take my Milani lip liner, if my camera will ever focus. It's a great camera, I promise. It's the Canon G7X Mark II, and I just cannot get this thing to focus worth my life. So if you have any tips or suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments. But this lip liner, I think it's just a really simple pinky nude lip liner. I would definitely take this out every day if I could. I never remembered to though. I have a different one that I keep in my purse. But this is just a great on the go if you need a super quick one. It also helps me define my lips. I really have super small lips, and I feel like it really helps kind of emphasize them and completely, have them reappear. So I really like it a lot, and I am gonna pair it with this Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick if my camera will ever focus. There it goes. I'm not exactly sure what shade this is, but I'll try to link it down below if I can. I did get this again at TJ Maxx. I find all these really good high-end makeup TJ Maxx finds. Half of them I found in the Athens TJ Maxx, and then one in a Sarasota, Florida TJ Maxx, and they have some great stuff. So go ahead and check out your local TJ Maxx and see if they have any designer or not designer, more of just high-end makeup, because they do have a lot, and they have some skincare as well, which I really like. And no, this video is not sponsored by TJ Maxx. I just love finding stuff there. It's almost like a scavenger hunt, if you want me to be completely honest with you. Well, all right, so that it will complete my just get ready with me kind of everyday makeup look, besides the eyeshadow. I did do my brows off camera, but I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. So that is my completed look. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button.